Hey guys, today we're going to look into how to go from snowplow turns to proper parallel turns. And we're going to do this in collaboration with one of my old colleagues from the ski school here in Largs, Ed. Let's go meet him.
Hey man, how's it going?
Yeah, excellent. I'm stoked to have you here.
It's good to be here.
I'd like you to share with my audience everything you learned from working as a ski instructor here in Largs for the last few years.
Okay, I think we can do that, or at least pull out some of the important parts that should hopefully help a few people out.
Yeah, what do you want the viewer to already know before moving on in this video?
Hopefully you should already feel comfortable in a nice snowplow, skis not too far apart, okay, and hopefully a few small turns before we get going. What's also really important is that you go to an appropriate area to practice, somewhere that's not too steep, nice and quiet, where you can really focus on what you're trying to do. We're going to keep where we are, okay, we know the terrain nice and easy, okay. All we're going to start to do is make the turns a little bit bigger, and hopefully we'll see that we can pick up a little bit more speed, but still stay in control of what we're doing. Yeah, so like I said, you want to start making the turns a little bit bigger, okay. Everything stays the same, stay nice and balanced, make sure your snowplow's not too big. Maybe you start to pick up a little bit more speed, okay. However, make your turns like a nice round C shape. That way, as we come across the slope, we're starting to control our speed by turning across the hill. All right, should we get our skis on?
Yeah,
let's go skiing. So, as your turns get a little bigger, speed picks up a little bit, you might notice there's a little more pressure coming at the end of the turn. It's important, as this pressure builds up, we need to be able to control it. Okay?
All right, how do we do that?
So, nice and simple, I want you to think your legs are like your shock absorbers. Same as they work on a bike or on a car, okay? As that force builds up, you want to soften and flex slightly in that downhill, that outside leg.
All right, so you absorb the energy mostly with the outside leg.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, and when is this happening?
You'll see this happens more towards the end of the turn, because that's when we've built up speed, okay, and that's where the force is going to come back from the snow. Now hopefully we're controlling and feel some pressure coming back through the skis from the snow. We want to start to feel for that a little bit earlier in the turn.
Why are we practicing this?
Makes it easier to turn this ski. Also, as we move on, it becomes very important in the latter stages.
All right, so now you should really be feeling more weight on the outside ski before moving on to this most important step. What are we doing now?
Yeah, hopefully we're going to start bringing our skis together and so you can start looking at skiing a bit more parallel. You can practice it firstly before you've even got your skis on. Okay, with your boot in the snow, okay, I want you to try and move your heel and your toe, okay, from back and forth, side to side.
All right.
Hopefully, should look like you've got a pivot point in the middle of your foot.
All right.
Okay. So then if you step away, you should see a nice bow tie shape in the snow.
All right. So once I've done a bow tie with the ski boots, is it a good idea to do with the skis, you think?
Yeah, go ahead, try it again with the skis. Okay, what you'll notice here, it's a little more tricky. You'll notice the ski has to be flat on the snow in order to do this. Yeah, so hopefully feeling that pressure on the outside ski, you've practiced your bow tie shapes. Going to try and put that into some turns. What is key, still remember you need that balance on the outside ski, okay? But also help yourself out, don't make your snowplow too big at the start of the turn.
Why?
Okay. Why means your balance of support's a little bit narrower, but okay, like you found doing the bow tie exercise, your ski's got to be flat on the snow in order to turn it.
Yeah.
If your feet are too wide, you're going to have too much edge angle on the skis, you're not going to be able to turn it. It's going to be very difficult here.
Truth. It really is hard if you keep it too wide. Yeah. So, what do we do now?
Let's have a practice, okay? Do some turns. You can make the turns a little bit bigger. You start to go a little bit faster. And in the last part of the turn, just as you're going across the slope, okay, I want you to try and do the same movement you did in the bow tie exercise, okay, to bring both skis parallel as you're going across the slope.
Sweet, so it's getting exciting now, almost parallel.
Yeah, getting there. You might have noticed as you come around, it's a little bit tricky to bring that into your skiing. okay, to flatten the ski and turn it parallel, okay. What I want you to think about doing, okay, at the end of the turn, stay nice and balanced on your outside leg, okay, but at the same time, okay, you have to think to flatten the inside ski. So think of rolling your knee out over your toes so the ski comes flat, then you will be able to pivot it on the snow.
When I used to ski instructor, I find this stage especially exciting when people start understanding that knee coming out and getting it to parallel, even if it's just like for a meter or something.
Yeah, it's quite a tricky part. It's coordination wise, you've got a couple of different things going on, so it's a tricky one to get the hang of.
Yeah, definitely. And so now when they got the knee out, the skis parallel, what should they do?
More of the same, really. Keep focusing, try and balance earlier on the outside ski.
Yeah.
Okay. When we can do that, okay, we'll be able to turn that inside ski parallel a lot earlier in the turn. So break it down. Next time, okay, try it as you're halfway through the turn.
Okay.
If that goes well, try it a little bit higher up again.
So basically you just move higher and higher and higher and higher and higher up. So now we're almost skiing parallel the whole turn, huh?
Getting there, we're really close now. Hopefully you're feeling a bit more confident, going a bit faster. Okay, we're moving on, we're on a little bit steeper slopes, okay? We're not in the nursery area anymore.
So now you should be able to get into the parallel basically at the top of the turn. Once we're here, what's happening then?
Yeah, this is a little tricky bit again, okay? If you remember before, we had to flatten the inside ski in order to be able to turn it.
Yeah.
Now, okay, we want to keep the skis parallel all the way around the turn. We've got to flatten both skis so that we can turn them together at the same time.
And that's basically happening right in between two turns.
Exactly, right at coming from the end of one, right as we're starting the next one.
And why is this so tricky for people, you think?
It's quite unnatural for people because your body it has to cross over the skis and you have to project it down the slope.
The middle part is really scary for almost everyone. So what's your best advice to get over that scary bit in the middle?
Be positive, okay? In between turns, think of projecting your upper body. Think you've got a pointer on your belly button, you want to turn it, and you're projecting down the slope in the direction where you're going to go.
All right. So that can help people feel a little safer.
Yeah.
So once they can now do the turns both ways, left and right, parallel all the time, what should they do now?
What you can do, you can add in a pole plant, okay? It's going to help with your timing, helps keep the size of your turn the same, okay? Also makes it flow a little more, you get a bit more rhythm, then it really starts to feel good.
What's important to think about when doing the pole plant?
Think about, okay, it's not a great big movement, okay? It's, your hand should already be there, it's just a little flick of the wrist, okay? Where you go.
Just like that.
Yeah. None of this, arms all over the place, okay?
Arms.
You don't need it. Okay, just a little pole tap.
Thank you, Ed, for sharing your knowledge. If you enjoyed this video, we got plenty more of how to ski videos up there. And if you want to learn to do some freestyle skiing too, we got a sweet online course for beginners over at our website. And yeah, see you in the next video.